Thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel, Curious Perro. Today we're going to look at the 2020 fantasy selections of starting pitchers. I hope you enjoy this video. On today's video, I wanted to show you one of the t-shirts that I'm promoting down below. Kind of fun to wear, particularly when your team is leading your league. Let's get started with pitchers. We're getting closer to the beginning of the baseball season and thus the fantasy baseball season. You need to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you too can be up on what makes a winning team and what doesn't. I've been doing this for 25 years. I've been very successful at it. Not a gambling thing for me, it's a matter of winning. So please look down below, subscribe. Love for you to join me. Today we're going to talk about starting pitchers and the top 5 starting pitchers. I'll be watching through the end. I'm going to count down from 5 to 1 and give you a little overview of each pitcher and why you might want them to be on your team. So let's get started. Our number 5 selection from the Los Angeles Dodgers, Walker Buehler. A baby in terms of pitching. He's 25 years old on a very positive, good team, the Los Angeles Dodgers, going into the season. He had a breakout year last year. Let's take a look at him as our number 5. He has an ERA a little bit above 3, but with the Dodgers scoring as much as they can, it shouldn't be that much of a problem. He should get somewhere between 14 and 15 wins. He gets a good number of Ks per game, 10 plus per 9 innings pitched, and his whip is pretty low. Good player, should have a lot of opportunity. Maybe this is the breakout year for him in terms of the Cy Young. Walker Buehler, number 5, LA Dodgers. I love baseball, but pitchers, they're a different breed, and outside of these top 5 and maybe a handful of others, I tend to try to stay away from pitchers as much as I can. The number 4 selection in terms of starting pitcher from the Washington Nationals, Max Scherzer. At 35 years old, he continues to be a very strong competitor. He has had a little bit of problems. I'm going to say disabled list. You can call it IR, whatever you want. He has been injured a little bit, missing a few games. At 35 and throwing as many pitches as he does, it's understandable, but I still think he's number 4 in my selection. He has a sub-3 ERA, a whip right around 1. He has 12 plus strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. I would expect that he's going to get somewhere in the range of 15 plus or minus wins. And he strikes out a ton of guys per inning because he pitches a lot of innings. And this is that tough competitor. My number 4 selection, Max Scherzer of the Washington Nationals. The next selection is my favorite pitcher in the draft. Maybe it's because he's older. I don't know. Maybe it's because of his wife. I don't know. I bet that's it. The number 3 pitcher in my fantasy draft and the Cy Young Award winner last year in the American League, and Kate Upton's husband, the one and only Justin Verlander of the Houston Astros. Is there any reason to even talk any further? We know why I want him. Actually, the truth is, it's all those things are great, but when it comes to fantasy baseball, I'm very selfish. I want the best pitcher, not the one who dates the prettiest woman or the most vivacious woman. He's older, obviously, at 37. He does have a sub-3 ERA. He strikes out approximately 12 or so per 9 innings pitched. He pitched a lot of innings. I would look at him to get 20 wins, 20 plus or minus wins with the Astros. Good chance to get 300 Ks throughout the season. A sub 1 whip. He is control, strikeouts, wins. That's what you want from your starting pitcher. Plus, he's married to Kate Upton. The number 3 selection, Justin Verlander, Houston Astros. Pick him. So with our number 5, we had a young pup. With our number 4 and 3, we had 2 older pitchers with a lot of Cy Youngs under their belt. Well, my number 2 pitcher also has 2 Cy Youngs under his belt. That is Jacob deGrom of the New York Mets. So why do we pick him? Well, he's in his prime, and so was my number 1 pitcher. deGrom is 31 years old, has played on a good, not a great, but a good Mets team. He, as I said, he's won back-to-back Cy Young awards in the National League. He has a sub-1 whip. He has a 11 to 11 and a half strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. Had 250 strikeouts last year. I expect more this year. He should have around 15 plus or minus wins, a sub-3 ERA. My number 2 pick, in his prime, Jacob deGrom of the New York Mets. So the number 1 starting pitcher I would select for the 2020 Fantasy Draft has never won a Cy Young Award. In fact, he's only had 1 great season under his belt, and he's changing teams. A lot of risk involved, but sometimes with risk comes reward. Our number 1 selection from the New York Yankees, Garrett Cole. So why do I pick him? Quite simply, he is the most powerful pitcher in baseball at this moment. He has 13 plus strikeouts per inning pitch, but he has control. He has a whip of less than 1. I expect he's going to have 20 wins plus or minus this year, particularly with the powerful Yankee offense that they have. He has a sub-3 ERA. The guy is a machine, and hopefully will take that to New York, not be overwhelmed by the new contract, and will win. My number 1 selection for this year's draft, starting pitcher, Garrett Cole, New York Yankees. You might pick him too.